broke and who's back.
I wanted to always see the redwoods. I wanted to see the Rocky Mountains. I wanted to see the Painted Desert, the Petrified Forest, the Grand Canyon. That was like the land that I always wanted to go to.
John Riggins.
Well, I sound like a real industrious guy, don't I? I've seen some of that stuff.
You sound like you've
finally got around to it.
Sound like you've seen a lot of that stuff.
Well, the whole reason for that was because I wanted to be a truck driver when I was growing up. I figured because here I lived in little town Kansas. You got to I can't appreciate how much time has passed from the time I was a kid to where I am now, and how much the world has changed. Because you might say that when you grew up in the Midwest, particularly in Kansas, because you're about equidistant from Mexico to Canada, you're equidistant to both coasts. You're actually, geographically, that is basically the center, at least of the lower 48. And you were somewhat insulated out there back in those days. You didn't, the computer hadn't been invented yet. So all these great places that I'd read about and, heard about, when you studied in school, like I was just talking there, some of the parks and forests around the country, the redwoods and all this stuff. I always dreamed of seeing that stuff in person, and I never ever thought I was going to get a chance to. And I figured, well, probably the only way for me to do that would be become a truck driver. So that was always kind of what my goal was, to become a truck driver, and just never happened.
18-wheeler?
Yeah, actually,
really?
I got to tell you this too. I had a guy. I can't get anybody in any trouble.
You can't get somebody in trouble,
I drove, I would if I was stating names, I suppose, but I actually drove an 18-wheeler out on the interstate about a year ago. Had a guy that delivered some stuff to me. He said, "Hey, you're the diesel. You want to take it for a spin?" I went, "Well, why not? Let's give it a shot." It was pretty good. I was rolling down the road out there. I got on River Road.
River Road in Potomac?
Yes.
You're driving an 18-wheeler down River Road in Potomac.
Yeah, and then,
without a license.
Yes. Hey, I'm a farm boy. I can drive anything.
Man.
So, I get around. Anyway, getting around. Let's get around to a few questions.
Wait a minute. Time out.
Okay.
That was a good transition. Stop? I mean, where did you go? You just took it down River Road? Would you?
The guy was right beside me. And I was jamming gears. I took it out and we go down. I'm trying to think now where I got off, because I got off at one of the exits, pulled around, and came down, and then he took over and he took me back home and dropped me off. But
make a U-turn at Persimmon Tree Road right there?
No. I'll tell you where I got off. It's Old Georgetown Road. I get on at River Road and I get off at Old Georgetown Road, and then swing back around and get back on the on-ramp, and then that's where I pulled over and he got in. So I drove it, 3 or 4 miles, maybe, a couple, 3 miles.
Wow.
Yeah. I stayed in the right lane. I wasn't passing anybody. I just go in the right lane, used my signal. It wasn't as hard as I thought it'd be. It really wasn't. And I think I probably could have backed it up as well. I think I'm pretty good at backing up trailers.
Dude, man, I'm sure that was dangerous to those around you.
I don't think so.
To those around you,
No, I don't think so.
All right.
I had it under control.